But while I'm doing that, does somebody want to give us the rundown of where we left our party?
I forget. I think we were at a decision point.
We had just...
What we're going to do next.
Yeah, we came down there, killed something, doppelganger of some sort. We have the key, and now we're heading back up. And I think this door is weirdly magically barred.
Ping it for me? Yes, that one is. Yes, that one has some sort of enchantments on it.
I think the decision was was it getting low on health?
Yeah, we had some sort of decision. We decided we would wait until Chris was back.
All right. So that sounds about right for my recollection of where you guys were. With one point of order, you guys think you have the key. You have a box that has an etching on the front of it that is in the shape of some chains being broken. And again, that looks very similar to the anchor box that Eldon has held on to. So let me get everybody back. I'm going to pull everybody centered on the map real quick. All right. So again, this door right here is the one that has been detected to be somewhat magical. And then, yes, there was that doppelganger here that looks suspiciously like Thangrum, or it actually now looks like a liquid metal puddle of goo, there in this room that has the liquid fire, silvery fire running throughout it. Where I remember is you guys were heading back to the feline motifed room to try to figure out where to go from here. But before you did that, you wanted to make sure that everybody was on board with whatever decisions were made.
The part of it was I think we were talking about doing a short rest.
Yes, there was part of that too.
And we were, as far as the timing of doing that now, what we would gain.
Right. So, Chris, for what it's worth, last session, Raz, I do not believe he did not spend any spell slots, and I think we used one reaction to one bardic inspiration to use cutting words to save somebody. But I believe those are the only resources we spent for Raz. All right, so any questions before we move forward?
Right, so we have three characters that have less than 50% on their hit points. And we were discussing taking a short rest and kind of trying to time it to get ourselves back to a position of at least feeling a little stronger or better about wandering around any further.
And for what it's worth, Thangrum would consume 12 of those hit points if you use that spell to get him up to half.
And I would use 2.
And I would use 6, which would be, of the 25 I have available for that, we would all be able to get to half. We could take the short rest, use hit dice to get up a little bit higher, but we would also take 2 rounds. Because what time are we at? What time did we decide we were at as far as when we would hit the...
I'm checking the... I thought we did it at the end of last session. No, I don't think we did. We were waiting, so we did not. I believe that you were getting close. I think it's been about 45 minutes of game time since the last one.
We're going to take one regardless, just whether we want to risk taking a second one for the long rest or the short rest.
Yes.
Well, so yeah, the risk was going to be if we wait until we take the damage again, then use the spell, take the rest. I get my spell back. We take the damage again, and then we'd be set to move on.
Okay, I guess we might as well.
So that would be a total of hour and 15 minutes of rest time in this room.
Right, because and for everybody's benefit, at this point, this seems to be a fairly defensible position.
Which is also fine because I can, in that 15 minutes prior to that, I can set up alarms wherever we want to set them. So, does that sound fair for everybody to go through and do?
Yeah, I mean it's. Might as well do something because we're gonna take one here in a few minutes, so we better go ahead and I guess heal now.
Okay.
All right. So, Chris, Lindsay, y'all have anything y'all want to chime in?
I'm not hearing anything.
I think I heard him no, but
No. Test.
you're very quiet again.
All right.
I'll just chat.
Sounds like you're at the back of a room talking to us.
All right. So, with that, so nobody has any objections to that. So we will move forward. All right. So I'm assuming the detect magic is dispelled or is no longer in action, Eldon. Go ahead and mark on the map where you plan to have the alarm set. We'll go ahead and you'll go ahead and cast your spell. If anybody has any hit dice that they want to roll, we'll do that. We also have a couple of magic items if somebody wants to try to identify those over the course of this short rest. We'll do the poison.
Yeah, I forgot about the magic items, so what
The
do you
pass
have?
wall is gone, right?
The
Yeah.
pass wall is gone, but I think it doesn't reanimate or put the wall stuff back, right?
Yeah, as soon as it goes away, everything it makes like a hole there. Then when the spell's over, whatever was there is back.
Okay. All right. Well then, yeah, the pass wall is probably gone, which then leaves us that doorway that's right in the middle. Okay, so this door right here has reappeared. It is now broken in from where Thongrim kicked it open. The doors are in towards this chamber that y'all are sitting in. Again, and there's that gold seal that was broken in half again, where Thongrim had smashed it with the foot of his boot. This is also an opportunity for people to attune to anything, should they choose.
Well, let's assume Thongrim's going to attune to those bracers.
Yes, that is correct.
I believe if you're attuning, you can't identify.
Yeah, it's one or the other, I think.
Okay, well then Thongrim's going to attune because that's going to help him out more than anything else.
And where were the magic items we'd found?
There was a pike, not to be confused with a fish, but a spear-like instrument. There was the ferret-faced feather mask. You already identified the scroll of stone shape that you had. And let me check one thing let me check the stash real quick.
I'm reviewing the stash too. So the stone box that we found would be something magical that we could have to identify.
Yes, but you already know that it's magical.
We know it's magical, but is the box itself magical, or what's inside of it? I mean, could we have identified? I mean, would my detect magic have identified those separately, or?
No, I think all it can detect is in that the box in and of itself is magical. The Siona's inner spirit of Lady Ironsong is the one that's confirming that this appears to be the key, but you guys have not confirmed that yet. So I only see actually three magical items. There was a dagger that Thongrim has on his person too.
Well, I guess I will identify the dagger.
Okay. That is just a run-of-the-mill +1 dagger.
I think there's another ring from Locust.
Yes, there is another ring. That is correct.
I think, I'll go ahead and do that one.
Okay, that is the ring of a man holding the moon. That one is a ring of fire resistance.
Okay. Is that not need attuning or need attuning?
I will have to double check, but let's assume that it's going to need attuning. Okay, so I don't know how to attach this, but I'm just going to update Thongrim's armor class to 17. All right, anything else? Chris, Lindsay, you don't want to do anything?
One of you also identified that mask.
I'll identify the mask.
Well, the box that that we need to open at some point.
Okay.
I got you, Chris. That when we get out of here, there's no reason to.
All right. The ring. The ring is going to require attunement. The ferret-faced feather mask is a fancy version of a hat of disguise.
I guess none of us can use the pike anyway, so there's no point in dealing with it.
All right, so the hat of disguise is on the DMG 173. While you're wearing the hat, you can use an action to cast Disguise Self as a spell from it at will. And the spell is removed, is done when the hat is removed. Okay, so we got all that. Thongrim has attuned. And go ahead.
Oh no! When you go ahead, I just will resolve the.
All right, so I'm going to roll the poison. Chris, if you would, roll me a d12. One poison damage to everyone.
Okay. And Thongrim wouldn't take any.
I think you have to take at least one.
Okay, so that adds to what my.
How we doing this? Are we taking the I thought we were taking the damage, casting the spell, then resting.
Yes. Yeah, so we're just resolving the number.
So we take 1 damage.
The first one is 1 damage, so that's the one that's the first one, right? And
yes.
Then Thongrim, myself, and is it Corin? You're under.
Can we roll a saving throw against that?
No. No, it's just the tombs stuff. There is no saving throw on that.
So yeah, I need 3.
You need 3. I need. It's 6 for me, and Fongrim is how much?
13.
13. So that's 22, which
Yep.
is fine under my 25. So we'll all go up to half.
Okay.
Okay. So then we get Song of Rest and hit dice.
That's if his Song of Rest is Bardic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm going to burn my last, whatchamacallit, hit die.
2. But we get a D6.
If I can stop sneezing.
Okay, so Songrim rolled a 7. And what's he get from Song of Rest?
6. So I get back 12 health.
Could have used rolls like that.
And now, is this an extra 1d6 per hit dice?
No, just 1.
Just the 1. Okay, so Thongrim just nailed it out of the park on the first one. And on the second one. All right, so Thongrim is not going to use any more hit dice on that. So, and does anybody? Yeah, I think we're fine here. Okay, so we're good there. Thanks, Chris, for rolling the D12. I got that. And that takes us up to this, so we're going to go ahead and take we take the 1 damage. No, we took the 1 damage before that, so we are all here. So we're going to come up on the next hour for the next damage, right? The next poison bout?
Correct.
Okay. Lindsay, roll me a D12, please.
Why?
Because I asked you to. Another 1 for the poison. Y'all like y'all's 8s. Okay. So we're good. We unless there's anything else y'all need to do, we have done all of our maintenance. So where do y'all want to go? What do y'all want to do?
Well, we need to get out of here, so I say we go back up, and I have no idea, actually.
So we have this one door here that's pinging as magic, and then we have 3 doors in the stuff
right
that are all unknown to us.
That is correct. So Thongrim, being Thongrim, walks up and starts, just going to go on this way and open this here door. Back up. Looks like the coast is clear down this hallway here.
Are we interested in looking at this door, because we do know that we have run into doors in the past that have teleported us places that were helpful, or do we want to just try and find the actual exit to this place?
Well, I'm torn. I mean, it seems like it would be a convenient exit to be right there, but what are the odds of that?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it could just end up putting us back in that room where Siona saw a beholder. So, who knows where it's going to send us.
If it's even a teleporter.
Right. Or yeah.
I mean, it could just be magically locked and could be just brought to keep the cleaning supplies.
I mean,
Or
this tomb has been very clean, as you know.
Or we could open it and we could get flooded for,
Well, I guess the main question is, do we have anyone who can bypass magic locks? I can't pick a magic lock. I don't have the spell magic.
Right. Did we determine that the door was itself was we didn't try and open the door at any time, have we?
No, you noticed that it appeared to be stuck.
Appeared
But that
to
it
be.
would, yes, but it was imbuing. It looked like it was some sort of abjuration spell.
Okay, and abjuration
Protection magic.
Yeah.
So just magically protected door. Okay. But we found what Siona you were being guided to, so I guess we could just leave and let's go toward find an exit. How do we?
Well, then we have 3 choices.
All right.
Which one seems most logical for after this place is laid out in any kind of logical format?
Right. Well, the way we came in, was we fell through a hole. The exit, this tomb could be close to the entrance exit or even very far from it. Who knows, right? So maybe it's behind the beholder. There were in the past we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 other options too. So
if I'm looking at it, from what I remember walking through this, there's not a lot of I'm on a main hallway kind of feel from any of these places.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way.
Which is why I say it's not, whoever designed this place was apparently drunk, because it's not there's not a good feng shui in there.
Yeah. Sorry.
And so, the question is, this one, I'm going to say that the ways, because we came up that ramp, so I'm guessing the entrance is not on the bottom part of that. That leaves us 3 exits in this room and the beholder room.
I would guess, just if my sense of direction is anything to be, we have Siona's sense of direction, right?
Well, for maps, she isn't. And towards magic keys.
No. No. I don't think anybody has tried to do any standard lock picking on the locks. And I'm assuming you're talking about the one that's on this this door, yes?
I'd be inclined, I guess, one of these 2 doors for because they keep going up.
Actually, I was actually going to say it's the other, that door.
Yeah, that's one of the 2 I'm looking at. This one or this one here.
Okay. So let's say this is door number 1. This is door number 2. And this is door number 3. If y'all were going to consider it at a vote, which door would you pick?
Well, and Raz, you're not looking back in the hallway, are you?
All right, 1 for 1.
Okay.
So that was 1.
I would think door number 1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The one to the left of the map is number 1.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Straight north.
Okay, so Thongrum is going to vote for number 2.
Well, Thongrim wanders off. Thongrim's on his own.
So, Lindsay, Siona, what you think?
1.
That works for me.
Check that door.
All right, I will go up there and I will look at that door.
Hmm.
Okay. You're listening through there, and you don't hear anything. And once again, those cats are they're just kind of spinning in place, but they do look nice in that new direction. Okay, so Corin does not necessarily hear anything out of place, and does not see any traps on that door.
All right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and, in expediency's sake, open the door.
All right. So looking inside this door, you see a passage that leads towards a set of double bronze doors bearing the engraved face of the jaguar god. Both walls of the corridor are carved to represent 2 lines of warriors in profile. And these warriors are holding hatchet-headed pole arms and facing the western doors. These figures are painted with vivid lifelike colors of red, black, white, green, and yellow.
Western.
Yeah, when it says Western, I'm going to say that they are facing
Double door, and they're looking at what would be the left door.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yes, let's say they are facing the left door. This one. So there's a row of warriors lining this doorway. They all have these hatchet-headed pole arms, and they are painted with festive colors, vivid and lifelike colors. Shouldn't say festive, but lifelike.
All right, well, I'm going to slowly walk in and head towards the door.
Okay. Are you doing anything?
Walking perceptively.
Okay, I like walking perceptively. So go ahead and what is your DC? You are a 14. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please. So you do see all the things there, and oh, you can't hear me talking. I'm sorry. Yes, you see
I
all
heard you say. I heard that.
Okay. Wait. All right. So there is I wasn't even holding the thing. Great. So you do see a pressure plate here. Which appears to be, as many of the other pressure plates throughout the dungeon, appears to be a trap.
Can I tell what kind of trap?
Um,
Or at least, is it going to be arrows from the wall or something from the ceiling?
That I'm not sure if you would actually be able to detect with that. You just, you're looking around. You know what? Roll me an insight check.
Not good at those. I got lucky.
Yeah, we're going to say that you're looking at this stuff, and you see that all of these warriors are standing there with these pole arms here. You don't exactly know what, but you have a sneaking suspicion that it has something to do with these warriors.
All right. And this pressure plate covers the entire hallway. Is there any safe passage to it?
1 second. All right, so ask me the last question again.
Is it a one giant 10-foot wide pressure plate, or is there some safe passage?
No, it's going wall to wall, so it is one 10-foot thing. So you could attempt to disarm the trap if you wanted to. Or you could try to leap over it.
Or we could check door number 2.
Yes, we could. Even if I can leap it, I don't think Eldon's going to be able to make it.
No.
They'd probably toss me over, but
Ooh. Yes, I've been wanting. It's been a long time since I've tossed Eldon. Come here, boy.
Someone's got to toss you, though. Oh, wait, no, he's got good jumps, tons for a dwarf.
Yes. Well, if you want me to give it a shot, I'll give it the old heave-ho.
Yeah, but I don't... Can you jump 10 feet? Because I can't jump 10 feet.
Well, I can't say that I've ever tried. But no better time than the present, I say.
All right, everyone out of the room. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Pardon me. Pardon me.
Will we check door number 2 and see what's that direction?
Let's go look at door number 2 real fast, and then...
Okie dokie. All right, so perception check, please. Yeah, there. You don't see any traps. You're good. It's you don't hear anything.
All right, we'll open it up. All right, well, I'm blind, so I can't see any of that. So someone else go investigate there, and while they're doing that, I will use Mage Hand and try and disarm that trap.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me the what it's. You have the thieves' tools, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to take you 10 minutes to work your way through that. So looking...
Would I know that before I start? Like it's going to take me a while?
No, you wouldn't know that at the start, because I don't think you've ever actually attempted to disarm one of these traps.
Okay.
But you're going to fiddle with it, and it's going to... This time through, it's going to take you about 10 minutes.
Well, that's why I'm doing this, to tell someone else to go investigate that hallway.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Thongrim, want to walk down this hallway with me?
Don't you know it?
Let's be wary, though.
Yes. So, doesn't appear to be anything DM related. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary about this long tunnel. It just kind of jogs its way up to the northeast. And as Eldon gets close, he spies that there's another door that opens up that's right here, right there, opening to the south. Thongrim yells back down towards Raz and Siona. Oh, just another door down here. Up here. Over here. We found another door.
Yeah, and it seems to turn around back towards the south, so it reverses our direction.
No worries. I'll go take a peek.
Oh.
And so Thongrim, he's going to hold his ear up to the door. Well, it seems okay to me. What you think, Eldon?
Well, let's go back. I don't think we should open it without everybody here, because we don't know what's on the other side.
Well, how else are we going to find out? Well, you know, you're the thinking man. So, Siona, what you thinking?
I mean, should we go to the door?
Well, yeah, someone don't leave me alone here disarming this trap.
Yeah, if we have to decide if we... Okay, so this one's looping back the other direction. The one beyond that trap seems to be... going there. Hey, question about the room that he's working on a trap. Does it look like they're guarding the trap, and the guards and everything are set up for people who are coming in through the double door, or people who are trying to get to the double door?
It looks like they are trying to prevent something from leaving the door.
So it seems like if they're protecting a room or something like that, not keeping people out. Like if that's the entrance and people are coming in through it, you feel my...
This is a better way of thinking about it, based on what you're asking. It looks as though they are protecting the feline room.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes.
Like so if they're protecting the feline room, the room we're in, then
We're going the opposite way of where we're going the opposite way they'd be expecting people to come.
right, which is good, because isn't that where we would think that would be towards the entrance to the place?
That's what I would think.
Okay, so I think we should continue. We should stand guard while you. That would be my vote. While you work on disarming this, and if you need, whatchamajigger, guidance, I'm here for it.
Well, I've already successfully rolled on that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
If I didn't, then nothing I'm going to be able to do is going to fix that trap.
Like ever.
Right.
So you guys just going to come back?
Yeah, no, I'm coming back. I hadn't thought about the directional thing of what's the trap protecting. If the trap's protecting the room we're in, then going the other way seems like we're trying to leave this place. That sounds like a good plan.
Well, the reason I wanted to go through this door is because if you look at it, the only other single door out of here took us all the way back to the whole dungeon. Not the double doors did not. So I'm just going on. Oh, single door must be big. Must go further away.
Okay.
That takes us back through a whole maze.
Yeah.
I can see the logical deduction of that. All right.
So I guess we're just waiting for me to finish this.
All right. We'll say that 10 minutes has passed unless anybody else wants to consider anything else while that's happening.
Well, Eldon's just going to go and turn all the little felines to face the calendar.
Okay. That is clever. So you have gone through the entire room, right?
Well, if I can do that in 10 minutes.
No. Well, you've walked up to that room.
Or yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we'll say, yeah, you'll go through there. I will say, I would think that Eldon might recall, as he's walking towards this, towards this cat. I'm assuming that he would be walking around in a pattern like this, around, going clockwise around the room.
Something like that, sure.
Okay. So as you're walking towards this one, and again, along this long wall here is that big, gigantic, etched-in thing of the jaguar's face that's looking down into the room. And Eldon, always being the inquisitive one, I think he would have recalled that Raz saw something in one of the holes of the jaguar, one of the depressions of the jaguar's face.
Okay.
Now, whether or not Eldon asks about anything, that's up to him. But I would have thought he would have probably remembered that.
Well, I'll take a look as I walk by.
Okay. So, Eldon, you roll me a perception check then.
Oh, and of course I'm going to guidance myself. Oh, if need be.
All right. 1 second. So as you're walking by to turn all the cats to face the calendar stone, you too also noticed that there was some sort of something, a catch or something, inside of the right eye of that jaguar's face.
A catch, like a handle, a latch, or a
Yes, something along those lines. Pretend that I've opened up at the source and gave you something that was similar to a latch or a catch or a handle or a lever or something.
Hey, Raz, didn't you notice this?
Raz did notice that.
What do you think? Do you think we should pull this latch while Corin's working in there? Yeah, maybe we should check it out before we leave, though.
You guys can do that, but I'm tired of breathing this gas in, so be quick about it.
It's a big panel. It's how wide is that? That's 20 feet wide.
Yeah, I'd say it goes, centered on the wall, maybe 20 feet wide. Is that big etching of that jaguar's face?
Seems interesting. But I'm also wary of the gas and wary of my condition. So should we, that's up to how Siona and Thongrim and Corin feel about it.
Well, Thongrim, he always likes to touch things, and he's, eyeballing where that statue is, and like, I don't think I'd be able to get to it, but I want to touch it. I do like me some shiny things. Now that you point it out, I'm looking right at it. So, Corin, you almost done over there? Thongrim looks at him.
Hasn't gone click yet, so I thought maybe I'm making progress.
Click.
All right, wait, might be done.
All right, so Corin has gone through and he has, shimmed and he's, made this where, that pressure plate ain't going nowhere. And magic, he was able to do all of this using the mage hand, which was a spectacular feat, by the way. So, that you have sealed it. You knocked it out of the park with that. So the pressure plate has been taken care of.
All right, well, I will give it a couple of tentative presses with the mage hand, then briskly get across it.
And briskly you went. You are now facing these double doors.
What's the range of mage hand again?
30 feet. Not great.
Well, no, it's great for what it does.
Well, and we remember, Corin's not the only one with mage hand.
Right.
I'm the only one with a visible mage hand, though.
Huh?
Mine's invisible because I'm an arcane trickster. Raz is a visible spectral hand.
Oh. Gotcha.
All right.
Where'd Siona go?
She's heading up that hallway.
I'm just around the corner.
Oh, gotcha.
Right,
to me, it looks like she's tempting
check
fate.
the door.
You don't see anything. You don't hear nothing.
All right, well, come on, guys. I'm gonna see what's behind door number whatever this is.
You don't want to check out that carving? the latch in the the wall carving?
Do what?
You, you don't want to check out the latch in the wall carving over here before we go?
I kind of do, but like we said, this is also the way out, we think, because of the...
No, I agree with that, but do we want to check what's behind this thing or what this latch does before we leave, if we're leaving?
Are we leaving?
We're-
I want to leave, but I also want loot.
Yes. Maybe if we stand over by this door here that we're leaving through and someone pulls that latch with a mage hand before we
All right, well, I'm going to stand where I'm at. If Raz wants the mage hand it open, while everyone else gets in here and ready to... Because also, if it spews out some sort of undead freak, I don't want to... I'd rather slam this door closed and run. Which way does that door... does this door open into the statue room or into the room? Oh,
I think it opens into the statue room. Into the feline room.
So my guess is someone would have to stand with mage hand right here.
Chris, what you think?
So Raz, if you want to pull that.
Fair game to me.
all right. I'll do it. I'm fast. So everyone get in that room, and I will
in
the hallway.
In the hallway room. I'll hold the door, or well.
Dad, yeah. Don't be in my way.
Well, I'm small. You can go right through me or over me.
All right, and I'm going to pull the latch.
Okay, so as you pull that latch, you hear a rumbling, and as a series of latches and catches and what sounds like some balls dropping, this with a loud kind of a cracking sound, the face of the jaguar splits down the middle and slowly prying apart as dust and debris kind of fall through it. And it reveals a passageway going towards the southeast in a glowing magenta haze. And 1 second.
Let's call the store.
Seeing how far I could see from that door. So technically,
I attempt to open this door.
Okay.
Technically, that's as far as I can see, right?
It's glowing now.
It's a glowing magenta hallway. So Siona has opened the other door. So no one is really close enough to get a feel for what's on that hallway on the other side. Siona opens up this door to the north, and I have apparently hidden it as opposed to revealing it. And she has revealed... You guys have got me flipping back and forth through the book here. When the door opens, a rush of warm, fetid air greets you. The room is lit with a sanguine glow. On the wall opposite of the door are tacked several human skins, and a cat of 9 tails hangs beside them. To the west, the room widens to accommodate a statue that towers almost to the ceiling. The statue is ogre-like. It's an ogre-like figure, outfitted in flayed skins and adorned with skulls, with a gaping mouth wide enough to swallow a horse whole. It is seated atop a huge basin of red-hot coals, more than 10 feet in diameter. Around the statue is a pile of splintered bones, skulls with cracked pates, and broken weapons. In front of the display crouches a panther, deathly still, facing away from the statue. To the east, the walls are highly polished. They loosely enclose an intricately carved well that seems to be illuminated from within. Beyond the well, mounted on the wall, is a blackened mirror with a richly ornamented frame. Directly above the well, in the 25-foot-high ceiling, a 5-foot-wide opening can be discerned in the red light of the room.
Well, I don't think it's this way either, but if you guys want to take a look, that's fine.
Siona has apparently run like Shaggy through the hallway. Like, I'm out.
I want to check at this other door.
Oh,
Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm going to listen at this door.
Jeez. Honor already listened to that door and didn't think anything was down there.
Oh, he did listen?
The door at the top, he most certainly did, and he
Will
didn't.
not try to open it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well, she opens it. All right, so lots of things are happening right now. So hold off. So after Siona opened up the door and saw all this stuff, she saw this ogre-like creature, and I'm just going to read it out, or how I have envisioned this. So you tell me if anything is wrong. She's looking at all this stuff, and it's like, that's it, shit, I'm out, kind of spooked, and runs past Raziel and Thongrum, who I would give an opportunity to react to her running past them. And so, Raz, what are you thinking right now?
I guess I was right here at that moment.
There's no exits in that room. I've got to get out of here. We haven't been down here forever.
All right. So Raz is following, hightailing it behind
My horse
him.
needs me.
DS Dazzle Kovac is in dire need of something. Okay. So Raz just follows, takes off, hightailing and after him. Thongrum left with, well, okie dokie. Looks like we're not going that way. So he will, not running after them, but he kind of, pardon me, Eldon, coming through, kind of scooches through the doorway and makes his way up to the stuffed jaguar with the torn left ear right here and kind of starts peering up there. Well, Siona, okay, well, I guess she doesn't want to hear anything. And he takes a look up the, like a moth to a flame, goes and, starts peering up the long corridor here.
Great. Now I'm torn. We have two people acting like, crazy. I'm not sure which one to follow.
All right. So, that said, let me make sure. The Thongrum takes a look and he says, he sees that the walls of the passage glow magenta, bathing the corridor with a ghastly hue. After 15 feet, the floor drops away to a pit that fills the hallway ahead. The pit is 25 feet deep, from what he can tell. There are 8 large spidery bushes with thorny stems and white leaves and enormous yellow blossoms glowing across its bottom. Those are at the bottom of the pit, by the way. 5 feet beyond the nearest edge of the pit is a bronze bar, set level with the floor and embedded in the pit walls to either side. Farther out over the pit can be seen other similar bronze rungs set at 5-foot intervals. On the floor by the edge of the pit is a scattering of broken, rotting wooden planks. So Thongram relays all this to you guys. And he's like, well, guys, I don't know about you, but I think I can make this.
Sounds interesting, but I think we should go with Sion.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you don't get into this room through a secret door.
Yeah, I think the way out's more this way, and I think we've got what we came for. So let's go.
Raz, which way are you going? Oh, you followed along. I see it.
I know it was my curiosity that got us to open the door, but I think we do want to find a way out.
So Thongram is walking up the hallway. All the while, Siona has already opened the door, revealing a narrow passageway that doubles back down the hallway.
The way looks clear, and there are no traps. I think.
What you guys find down here? Siona, what's it look like?
I don't know. Doesn't look like a way out. I'm just gonna sit right here. I'm sitting.
Looks clear to me. Gonna keep on going. Doo-doo-doo.
Thongram, hold on, man. What do you see?
Well, I see a door.
More doors.
Don't worry, I got this.
It's a little tight down here, guys. But
You found another door?
there is another door.
Hey guys, I found a door! He yells. He's yelling through the hallway. Come on, come take a look. This one's nice and bronze, like the other ones.
I'm going to wait back here in case whoever he's yelling at.
Let's not wake everybody up.
Oh, sorry.
Just remember that, Siona here told us about a beholder she saw earlier on. We don't want to run into any more.
What's it?
Oh, were you asleep at that time? No, you were awake by then.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right,
I ain't so good at the listening.
I'm going to squeeze through and hear what I can hear and see what I can see on the door.
Whoa, knocking those out of the park. He hears the entrance and we're out.
Yeah, that's exactly what he hears, right?
Only a 24.
So, you're listening, and again, it doesn't sound like there's any movement in there per se. You can see that the doors are much like the other bronze doors in here. There don't appear to be any traps, and it is unlocked. So, from what you can tell, you don't hear any direct movement.
All right, I will open it.
Okay. Opening the door reveals that in the center of this room is a withered tree that looks like a leafless willow, rooted in a terraced depression. The bottom of this hollow is filled with an oily-looking water, only a few inches deep from what you can see. Across the room, beyond the dead tree, is yet another door. Around the sides of the room, a 5-foot-wide ledge encircles the tree. The walls of this room are beaded with condensation.
Condensation in a room in one of this place where we've been in this fog this whole time?
Yes. I mean, there's been a lot of watery type things in here.
Condensation underground in a
room
with water? That's crazy.
Who knew?
Yeah. All right.
All right, I'm gonna move in and let people who can see get more around me because I can't see. I need more than a few feet in front of me with dancing light.
It's 60 feet across the room to the other door. So any of us with vision can see the whole room. So tree. Okay, what is there? A ceiling?
Okay, hang on. I heard somebody ding something.
Raz is looking at the tree.
Okay.
I'm looking at the ceiling.
Raz, would you roll me a nature check? Okay. Raz, you would notice that this tree is there. It may not be as dead as you think as it once appears to be. You feel like you've heard stories and read some things about this, but that it looks suspicious for a quote unquote dead tree. You know what? It does remind you of that, although instead of like more of a, where the other one was more like a whomping willow type thing, you don't see any big bulbous like tree appendages. It's a lot of more, this kind of looks more like a like a weeping willow tree, so it's got the long spindly tree limbs. But that's definitely what comes to mind when you look at this thing. Well, me particularly, I didn't really care for that last tree that we fought, but we did get that nifty little flowery thing that Eldon carries around.
I used to. It's lost. It's back with Orin, my dog.
What'd you say? You want to try to light this mother?
Well, fire doesn't burn too well down here.
Well, ain't that just a kick in the pants?
All right, well, I guess I will try to sneak by it along one of the ledges. Slowly and quietly as I can, going up that ledge and around.
All right.
Making sure I don't step on anything.
Both of you roll me a stealth check, and Raz, which way are you going? Are you going to go on the north or the south side?
I'm getting the sense that this is another dead end.
Okie dokie. North it is. All right. I'm sorry, 1 second.
And while they're sneaking, I'm going to talk with Siona about what she saw in that other room.
I tell him something about a pit and a jaguar and an ogre. That's all I really remember.
Right. That last room we were in, the one with the stuffed animals that I've been playing around with, feels like these are all rooms coming off of that. We've got the room you just saw, the room we got, the map, the weird city, city. I think these are all going to be like that. I don't know what's.
Well, maybe the room with all the stuffed animals is like a grand atrium. It's the biggest room. So maybe that last door down there on the bottom, maybe it's that door. If it's not this tree door to the whatever direction this is. North, south, I don't even know.
Feeling
I
like
don't have the directional thing anymore, I don't think.
not a
this way down.
sound, do you?
East. East, above the tree.
Tongram, where are you going?
As he stage whispers at everybody, I'm sneaking behind Corin.
No, Tongram.
Okay, so you guys are still successfully sneaking along.
Guess I'm feeling like now that we've seen 3 of the rooms off of this atrium type stuffed animal room, that back to, we may have, this may be like the end of, away from this, the entrance to this place.
If I see Thungram following me, I'm going to look at him, just tell him to stop and go back with my hands.
You want me to throw something at it?
No.
I'm going to see what I've got in my pack here. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
All right. Have we gotten across? Where are we at?
Well, you are sneaking at the moment. You appear to be, both of you appear to be successfully kind of blending in with the walls and being quiet as you move. I'm assuming you're moving towards the north end, or to the east end.
Yes.
Okay. So your move speed is 30, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's roughly. Okay. So we'll say, you get close once either of you or both of you get close to this ledge here. I'll need you to roll another stealth. Raz, are you staying put or are you moving forward? Okay. All right. So, you mind if I move your token? Oh, there you go. All right. So, yeah, position matters on this map. So you guys have made it across the room there, and nothing appears to have jumped out at you or noticed you, or you didn't see anything disturbed in the water. But y'all have successfully made it across this room. So what do y'all want to do?
I want to keep going towards the door.
All right. Okay, so Raz, roll me a perception check, please. Okay. You don't hear anything, and you don't, from what you can see, it does not appear to be trapped. Again, this looks similar to, more of the bronze doors. In this particular case, this is more of a stone door, but it's similar to all the rest of them, and it doesn't appear to be locked. Now, was that whispered or just said out loud? Okay. So, Corin, you hear
Alright.
him, give you the all clear.
Alright, so I'll move up next to it, and I guess I'll kind of just look at him, and it's just a silent, 1, 2, 3 count. We'll open the door. I don't know what kind of flu Ash has, but apparently it makes everyone in the game thong grip.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys are
Opening it quietly.
opening it quietly. Okay. So it opens up and it reveals a 10-foot wide passageway that heads towards the south.
Right. I'm going to move up into this passageway and then cast message back to Eldon to say, we're going to scout ahead a little bit to see if this is the right way. You guys wait there in case this tree is evil.
Okay. Thongram, come here.
What? Okay.
I'm scared we're going to get into combat soon because I've wasted all of my 18s, 19s, and 20s.
Yeah, it sounds like they're onto something up there, but we want to be careful
That's a good plan.
while they determine what they're seeing.
All right, same thing. Opening the door, or looking at the door.
All right, perception check. You don't hear anything. You don't suspect anything.
All right, I will open the door.
Okay. 1 second, please. Talk amongst yourselves. Not meant to be ominous. It's just going to take me a second.
What would you have messaged back to me other than that you're looking ahead? What are you seeing?
I mean, I would have relayed in the what I we got across, and rather than risk you guys trying to sneak by that tree, we're going to look ahead. If it looks like we're going the right way, within a room or two, we'll signal to come on. Otherwise, we'll come back.
Okay. So be careful as we are split. We would, if there is anything, if this tree is dangerous, it might take us some work to get to you.
Okay, and Chris, if you would move your token wherever he is.
I can't respond, right? I'm not hearing.
Yeah, I don't think you could respond to the message.
You can. It allows a response.
Okay.
Okay.
You
can
reply to this message.
Okay. So yeah, I would basically, if be careful, I guess is all I'd say. Be careful. If we may have trouble getting to you if we're split apart too far.
All right.
We're not going to go far.
Raz, where are you on the board?
Yeah, you're starting to get to the limit of that too, right?
No,
Okay.
It's 120 feet, and it can go around turns.
All right. So you open the door.
Well, maybe I am.
And revealing a good-sized room here. Corin opens up the door, and this enormous chamber is 30 feet tall with mighty buttressing and a vaulted ceiling. Parts of the ceiling and walls have collapsed, and raw earth has spilled down from a gaping hole in the east wall. Crushed beneath a fallen block in the center of the room are humanoid remains. Elsewhere around the floor are the chewed and decayed corpses of baboons. Through a hole in the eastern ceiling, daylight and fresh air filter in. Above, through this gap, can be seen 4 baboons. They jump around the hole and scream in agitation, and as they do, dirt begins to slide down the banks and rocks in the walls begin to shift slightly. You hear just a of baboons just echoing through this chamber.
Yeah, can you go over that again?
Gladly, I will gladly. So,
Well, he's relaying that. We wouldn't necessarily know back in the other room.
Yeah, I mean, none of us can see anything in this room, anyways.
So it's essentially, is it a go or no go to get past this tree?
You want me to use metagaming or not?
I will say no to metagaming.
I know.
You have a message to send back to us to say, do we go forward or back?
So basically, there's a big room that we basically can't see much into, and we heard angry baboon noises and some dirt slides.
And there is a hole in the ceiling where this sound is coming from. So,
I don't think either one of us can see the ceiling.
Yeah.
If all vision is halved in here.
Yeah, you might not be able to see it. So I'm just, I guess I'm answering the metagaming question. But yeah, you clearly hear the baboons, and you do see some light filtering through.
All right, so I will pull or push this door closed as necessary, and then message back saying, we see light, but we also hear angry baboons. I don't know my primates, so definitely the right direction.
Well, I guess, does it look like it keeps going that direction? Because if it's continuing on for a distance, then it may be that it'll loop back to the entrance, right?
No, it's big. We can't see anything in this. It's pitch black, except for this little bit of light we're seeing from the ceiling.
But you're feeling it's the right direction.
I mean, I'm assuming that looks like natural light to me.
Okay, I'll relay to.
That was a DM question.
That they feel like.
Sorry, I was. You'll have to ask me the question again.
The light that was filtering down, does that seem like natural light?
Yes.
Okay, then yes, I relay that. It seems like natural light, so we got to be getting close.
Would they have, when they opened the door, noticed difference to the air they were breathing, or any kind of like freshness to the air?
In where they were, I would say they would notice air current, but not being really much more into the chamber. They would not know. They wouldn't. Okay. They wouldn't get a sense for it.
But needless all that, we're getting the message back as saying we're heading the right direction. So Thongrim and Siona and myself, we need to see if we can get past this tree.
Yes, and I'm going to move back down towards this door in case that tree decides to be ornery.
All right, so we're going to focus back on the trio back here. So Thongrim, and maybe more so Ash, what do you want to do, or let's say no, in order to make a do decision?
Well, I assume being here, I would have known whatever I missed in the last hour, but you said this tree is sentient or whatever?
We don't know. We just think it's similar to a tree we fought before. So we're trying to stay out of any of its reach. Corin and Raz slipped along the walls stealthily to get around to get to that other side. So I would say for us, we would want to probably all go to one side and slide along backs to the wall and kind of shimmy across. That would be my thought.
All right, I'll follow your lead on that.
Does that sound fair, Siona?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound? Is that description good enough for you?
All right. So speed-wise, tell me what you're gonna. I'm assuming you're stealthing along. So everybody, pick a wall. Put your tokens along the wall on the bottom side, and then all roll me a stealth check.
Okay, so we'll go here. Oh yeah, that's there. Okay, something like that.
Yeah.
Somebody should get guidance before you roll stealth.
You should probably guide me.
Well, I have a minus. I have a.
I'll answer
Probably
that,
guide
Ash.
yourself.
I have to use it on myself in this case.
All right. So Ash, the party did take a short rest. So Eldon cast his spell that gave everybody, that was below half health, gave them that half health. Then we went into the short rest. Thongrim used 2 hit dice, and with the Song of Rest, ended up recovering back to the health that you see there. So Thongrim had some mighty good rolls there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it didn't not save it from the last timers.
Yeah. I'm glad you asked. That is very important for you. So you went from 5 hit dice. You now have 3 remaining.
Okay.
All right. So number 1, Siona and Eldon.
I get a D4, but is my padded armor, is it disadvantage to wear padded armor, or is it just a minus that I'm supposed to put in for it?
Well, let's go with. Let's just make it easy. If it's a question of that, we'll just say disadvantage for now.
Yeah, I found it. It's disadvantage on stealth, so
which doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter on my roll, so
no. All right, so 15. All right. So you're moving. So everybody move up to your move speed and place where you would be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fish.
All right. So, Thongrim, where would you be?
You said half? I'm trying to figure out what half of 7 is 3.
Did you say half our speed? Sorry.
No, just no. From where you were, just go where that looks about right. So just I'm sorry, Ash. I was moving your character. So, all right. So you're moving along, and you're all stealthily doing up that. And when Thongrim gets to that place, his boots scuffle a little bit along the ground, and the tree wakes up and shoots a tendril at a branch at him. And since you didn't see that, the first attack was a 9, not the 19 that you see there. So the tree is alerted to Thongrim's presence and starts shooting tendrils in his general direction. And this will take us into initiative. But before that, it shoots 4 tendrils at him. And the first one is a miss, but the other 3 are going to be hits. They don't do any damage, but they are attempting to ensnare Thongrim. So If you would, please, sir, roll me. I think you have your choice of strength and or dexterity.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Yes, one of the two. Your choice. All right. You are not ensnared, but we are now in initiative.
I'm lucky. That's my best one. That makes sense. I was dodging a tree.
Macro problems. There it goes. I should have a 6 apparently. It just didn't actually click on my thing. Here we go.
Wait, one more second. I mean, you guys almost made it.
Talking about I did make it.
Yeah. Well, that is true. You did make it. I will tell you, just for grins, its perception check, it rolled an 8 against the 6. All right, so Eldon, you are up. Raz, you are on deck after the tree-like thing, the Xylonin.
How high is this step?
1, 2, we'll say 5 feet.
Oh, above my head.
I'm just counting the stairs, assuming the stairs are about 1 foot or so. I mean, it makes sense to me. I'll take an argument either way.
2, 3. Is that how far I can get?
25. So, 10, 15.
Kind of have to on that corner, right?
Yeah. 15, 20, 20. Yeah, I'd say that's about right there. Mm-hmm.
Guys, let's make a run for it. I'm going to use my action dash and go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go to there.
Okay. Anything else?
That's my move and my action, and I don't have anything. I mean, yeah, that's it.
All right. So this guy comes up, and he has a bevy of multi-attacks here. So these tree limbs are whipping back and forth, and there's one that he was whipping at towards Eldon as he scoots away there. The next one he's sending towards back towards where Thongram was. And on the 4th attack, he hits another and attempts to grapple him again. So, strength, athletics, or acrobatics, please.
Well, I'm having mouse problems.
You get that mouse back in line. Teach that son of a bitch who's controlling who here. And once again, you have broken free of the tendrils. So, Raz, it is your turn. And Corin, you are on deck. Pew pew. That is a hit. For 5. And that is a miss. All right. Corin, you are up. Thongrim, you are on deck.
All right. Well, I'm just going to poke my head out, yell at Siona and Thongrim, say, y'all just run up this way. No reason to hang around here as I pull out my short bow and take a shot.
All right. First one's a hit.
For 9 piercing damage.
All right.
And then, just to be safe, I'll bonus action disengage and get far enough down that there's room.
That's an excellent point. I need to check something. Okay. Thongrim, you're up. Siona, you're on deck.
I guess I'll be like, all right, following you. And then I guess I'm going to save my action for when Siona comes through the door. I'll attempt to close the door.
Okay. Siona, you're up. Eldon, you are on deck.
I will run from the tree into the...
Okay. So she makes it through the door, and Thongrim turns around and slams it shut. Siona, are you going to do anything else?
I'll help Thongrim with the door.
Okay. All right. Eldon, you are up.
The door's closed. Disengage and head down the hall with the rest of everybody.
Okay. So where will you end up?
Oh, I mean, wherever. I mean, I guess I'm holding my action, and for it as if we're to check if we're out of danger too. So I'll move down the hall a little bit, and that's it. And
Okay.
hold. Yeah.
All right. So behind the door, you hear you hear the water thrashing several, a good bit as it appears, what you would imagine as roots coming out, and you hear some splashing and flailing. And then against the door, you hear just it beating against the door. So Raz, you're up. Okay. Corin,
I will go down to there.
Thongrim, you're on deck.
That's it.
Okay. So Thongrim, you are up. You're currently holding the door shut. It's just been pummeling at the door. What do you do? And Siona, you're on deck.
I mean, if I can coordinate with Siona and not leave her holding the door by herself, I'll basically disengage that action and run towards the rest of the group. But I don't want to do it ahead of her if that's going to have a negative impact. So,
just speaking again, why don't you hold your action to move when she moves? You have the same initiative count, so you're kind of doing these things at the same time anyways.
Right.
You want to move together?
Yeah. I got on 3.
Using the buddy system.
We'll move to next to the rest of the group.
Okay.
1, 2,
3.
It's like Siona's carrying him again.
That's. Oh. All right. Eldon, you are up.
Since we heard things hitting the door before they came down here, so I guess I'm going to back up towards the door, but also facing the double doors and holding an action of, I guess, calling my, the sacred, preparing sacred flame for if something comes through that door.
All right. So you don't really hear anything, except as it comes through, you hear another series of boom, boom, boom against the door. Raz, you are up. All right. Corin, you're up. Thongrim, on deck.
Are we worried about the door behind us or the door in front of us?
Well, I mean, we know one way has killer trees, and we don't know anything about the other room, so I imagine it's the devil you'd know versus the devil that's probably behind the other door.
All right, well, I guess I'll, since I'm not going through the door first, I will also hold a bow shot.
Okay.
I'm done.
Thongrim, you are up.
I guess I will open this other door and step inside there to escape the tree corridor of death.
Okay. Alrighty, so Thongrim is now in the room and he hears the baboons just kind of and alright, so that was my baboon impression. Hope you enjoyed that one. And yeah, alright. Siona, you're up. Eldon, you are on deck. We're going to hold on to that one, Thongrim.
We're just moving through that door, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I will move through the door.
All right. I'm going to retroactively ask Thongrim to roll me an intimidation check, please.
I'm going to take the dodge action just in case.
Would it be intimidation or persuasion?
I will let you choose. Because I don't know the intent. Okay. All right.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
All right. Well, we're kind of retconning something real quick. In response to Thongrim's ooh, ah, 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 nah, you know this baboon that's in the ceiling flings a rock at you. You see this rock hurling towards you. And it just barely misses you. Oh, by the way, your AC is now a 17 because you have attuned to some bracers of defense that give you a +2 to your AC. I have not updated your character sheet.
Stylish.
Yes. So
I just put them in my bag, basically.
Yeah, just make sure that you're not attuned to more than 3 items. I don't think that you are, but
I don't think I'm attuned to anything else.
Yeah.
I'll put it in here. Bracers of defense.
Yes, and your AC is already reflecting it. It says a 17, but if you figure out the character sheet math, we'll figure that out. But your AC is at 17 now.
Sweet.
All right. So, Siona is in the room. Eldon is on deck.
Yeah, I'll follow our tough guys into the room. I don't know if I'm climbing out of the fire into the frying pan or flipping out of the frying pan into the fire, but I'll come in as take a quick look at. No, I'll just follow Siona and get behind her.
Hold the Alt key.
What's that?
The Alt key. All right. So,
and I will hold an action. Yeah, I guess I've got plenty of move, right, for that. That was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll hold an action. I guess anything hostile. I guess around the door. Again, it would be the sacred flame, but
gotcha.
I'm still thinking about what's coming after us.
All right. So, as you you're running away and everything, you end up hearing just boom, boom, and one more for good measure, and then it goes quiet. Raz. Alrighty. Corin.
All right, I will, I guess, I'm just going to stand right there and using my bonus, let me actually get my lights out real fast instead of assuming they're around. I'm going to use my bonus action to move some of these things further out and then hold a bow on to the first thing I think that looks hostile.
All right. So Thangrum, Siona, y'all are up. Thangrum first, Siona second, or if y'all want to hold hands and prance through together, whichever. And that'll take us to the bottom of the round.
So I can see monkeys or not see monkeys?
You see...
Monkey, see monkey.
You do not see monkeys, but there may be baboons around.
You hear baboon. You see light from the ceiling. That's about, I think it's 35 feet up in the air. Yes, so you can see baboon up in the ceiling, far away.
But nowhere that I can see to get up to the ceiling?
Correct.
But I see 2 doors.
Yes, you see 2 doors. Let me drag this up a little bit. So you see the double doors here. You see, actually, from your vantage point, yes, you would see this door down here. Yes. So when you get into this room, and I'll reread it. This enormous chamber is 30 feet tall with mighty buttressing and a vaulted ceiling. Parts of the ceiling and wall have collapsed, and raw earth has spilled down from a gaping hole in the eastern wall. Crushed beneath a fallen block in the center of the room are humanoid remains. Elsewhere around the room are the chewed and decayed corpses of baboons. Through a hole in the eastern ceiling, daylight and fresh air filter in. Above, through this gap, can be seen 4 baboons. They jump around the hole and scream in agitation, and as they do, dirt begins to slide down the banks and rocks, and the walls shift slightly.
So the earth that's coming down, does that give you enough of a ramp to get up there? Is it all the way up to the...
No, it does not. I mean, there's nothing saying that you can't give it a shot.
Well, I just didn't know if it had slid down that far. And the block that's in the center of the room, I guess isn't really pictured. Is that like a chunk of the ceiling that would allow you to climb on that and get...
I would say, I'd say this is kind of the pile of rubble that they're talking about right there. But it's not going to be tall enough to climb out, no.
All right. Then I'm going to run for eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a monkey by his toe. Okay. I'm going to run towards the door randomly and be my just ready in action to dodge should I.
All right.
I will follow him and do the same.
All right. So at the end of the round, we are going to assume that we are safe from the tree because it appears that he has given up the chase. So we are done with that particular initiative. At the bottom of that round. Okay, so we are now over here in this chamber. Let's do this. Both Thongrum and Siona, roll me a perception check, if you would. Okay, that, and of course. All right. So you guys are standing in the open in this room here. Obviously, the baboons are kind of still jumping up and down, just completely irate. You're not certain if they are irate at you guys or something else in the room. Howsoever, you do notice that the bones appear that are under the fallen block there, where I pinged earlier, appear to be two humans. And you happen to notice that the closer, the further into this room you get, the clearer the air appears to be. And it looks as you're looking around as the gas is escaping out the hole in the ceiling. There's rubble all over the floor, so everything at this point is difficult terrain. And the larger rubble piles are, anywhere from 1 to 4 feet high.
If this is all difficult terrain, I moved way too far.
I'm going to let it slide this time.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah. Because I did not read far enough ahead. So, it is, at this point it's difficult terrain, but we're not in initiative, so we're good at the moment. So what do y'all want? Oh, go ahead.
Is there anything? Does anything in this room look living at this point, or more fresh than bones? Like these baboons up in the hole screaming down. Is there any other baboon bodies or anything down here?
You look around, and it appears that there may be some fur, along along right over here by where you were. But, it doesn't seem to be anything much fresher than that.
Okay, so just trying to discern, is there, maybe why if some one of their own fell in here recently or something.
Yeah, so I take that back. I mean, you do see chewed and decayed corpses of baboons, but the one that was down there was more fresher than not. Fresher than not. We won't go as far to say it's like Mentos fresh, but you get what I'm saying. Thongram and Siona would look at that block and think, I can move that if you wanted to take a look at that.
We still have rope?
Yes.
I don't think anybody has left rope behind.
That hole up there looks like an exit to, and fresh air.
All right, so it's 30 feet, 35 feet up, you said?
Give
or take.
I think it's about 30.
To the bottom of the hole.
Yes.
The hole could be...
I mean, it's enough where you can see, that there's people up there.
We can see the baboons standing on the ground, basically.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the hole, there's some amount of dirt, and then we see baboons at the top of that dirt throwing rocks at them.
Yes. Now, to the southeast, you see it's a double set of bronze doors. And let's see, there's a plaque depicting a two-headed serpent in those double doors. There appears to be a slight incline towards that door.
Okay, I want to try something.
My favorite phrase.
All right, so I'm going to get directly beneath the hole, pull out my rope, and mage hand. I'm going to give the mage hand the immovable rod. It's going to go up to its 30 feet max and click it. Then it's going to come back down, get the rope, and string it over top of the rod, wrapping it around a couple times, and tying it off. So we now have a rope anchored to a thing 30 feet in the air.
Okay.
Then I want to climb up to the top of that rope.
Don't we want to disperse the baboons before you go up there?
How you want to disperse baboons?
I don't know. Throw rocks back at it? I wouldn't throw a rock at it, but I couldn't probably throw anything up that high. But I like the idea. I want out. I want up there somehow. That air looks awfully nice.
I guess what I can do is I could take my torch out, get my torch out and light it, and have the mage hand go up above me and wave it around. Maybe that'll scare them.
Okay. To Eldon's point, the gas is pretty much clearing in this particular room. So you see it streaming in from the left door and such, but it's you can breathe much easier at the moment.
That makes me happy.
So yeah, climb to the top of the rope.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check, please. Okay, so you make your way up to where the immovable rod is, and you're like, "Are you? What are you doing with this? Are you just kind of hanging on to it, or are you kind of sitting on it?"
Right now, I'm just getting up to it, and I guess wrapping an arm around or something just to secure myself. But I'm trying to gauge how far it is from where I'm at to where it is out, ground level.
I'd say it's easily 12 feet, maybe 15 feet. You can see up there, but it's not a trivial amount.
Okay, so I yelled down like it's need 12 more feet of height, guys. We got. Can I reach at any part of the ground, the hole, or am I still too far below?
You could probably, based on how I envisioned it, all right, so Thongram and Siona, roll me strength checks, please. Athletics, both of you. Based on the description of where you put it, I kind of assumed it was kind of in the middle of the hole. If it's closer to the edge, you could probably...
If need be, I can always lower it, move it over, bring it back up. It's fine.
Yeah, so let's just assume that, you can catch the edge of the wall. All right, okay. So, well, what you got?
Does it look? I'm trying to think if it was the kind of wall I could hammer something into to grab on. What's the material? Is it dirt, stone?
It is dirt. It appears to be, based on the fact that the baboons were jumping and debris was constantly falling down. It appears to be. It's not hard packed. It looks like things are starting to crumble. No, the rod is holding itself. Good thought, though.
Oh, it's like I have an idea, but it's even worse than what I've just already done.
There's going to be a series of, if you're thinking anything along what I'm imagining you're thinking, you've got a series of checks you're about to make. And potentially everybody else having to make.
I yelled down, Eldon, you can still heal, right?
I got one left, but if we're breathing easy in here, we could probably fortify this room and take a...
Okay, well, I might need that fortification here in a second. Y'all, I'm about to do something stupid.
My second favorite phrase. What you got, Raz? All right.
Okay, I'm trying to figure this out in my head. Let's see how well. As I'm up there, what I want to do is I want to pull the rope up to me, and actually, hold on a second. As I'm preparing this, Siona gives me another. Siona, where's your horse?
I don't know. I just called him.
Yeah, you did.
Mentally and vocally.
Yeah,
y'all are keeping me on my toes now. Where the hell would this horse be?
Well, he was supposed to be trying to find an exit, like the exit, the last time I called him.
Yes. All right, hang on.
But he's basically a familiar, though, right? So he just kind of manifests.
No,
No.
You can't do that with it.
Unless I dismiss him and then summon another one.
This horse could come bursting through the two doors with like 95 enemies behind it.
Yeah.
Well, he's still up above ground somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's
Yeah.
trying to find like a door down here. He saw where we fell.
He could find the baboons.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Riddle me this, Siona. How well would Dazzle, in your opinion, work at making his way through densely packed jungle all by his or her lonesome?
Well, he is pretty intelligent, I think.
6.
Oh, never mind.
Well,
He's more intelligent than a usual animal.
That's almost as intelligent as Longerman's wise.
He understands language. I told him to look for us and look for an entrance.
Okay. All right, because I'm looking at some other things here. I am not certain he would have been able to find you at this point. And if he, I'm not. Yeah, I don't think he would have been able to find you, and I'm not sure that he would be unscathed either. So, in an effort to move forward, we're going to say he is not immediately in earshot. And so he is not up there.
He can hear me vocally or mentally, can he?
Within a mile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he could hear you within a mile. Yes.
I mean, could he tell me what's going on up there?
You can see some trees.
Is he in trouble?
He's run into some baboons. He's, kind of fought off some of them, taken a little damage. Not tons of them, but he's run across a couple here and there, and some other, nasty little, jungle
Okay,
creatures.
buddy, just stay safe. I'm gonna go try this door.
Whoa.
Okay.
What?
I love it.
I seem to remember that a certain paladin knows how to teleport.
What?
I seem to remember her bragging about that as she.
Teleport.
I have only
Damn
bragged
it,
about
Al.
that to you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I had a campfire, and you're like, you know what, guys? I think I finally figured out this teleportation thing. Because if you can't, I'm about to do something stupid.
Okay, so just so I'm clear from what I'm seeing here, while Corin is dangling from his arm on this immovable rod, 30 feet in the air, Siona has just run across this rubble over towards the door. Yes? While screaming or yelling and talking to her familiar horse. These are all things that are currently in play. Yes?
Yes. Well, yeah, and I guess Eldon and Raz are below Corin, dangling,
Well, and that was my next question, asking what everybody else is doing.
trying to make keep an eye on him.
Well, remember, I had pulled the rope up to me before I thought about her horse.
Okay, so you have the rope, so you were just up there by yourself. All right. So, Thongrim, what are you doing right now?
I think I was trying to pick up that block. Yeah.
Yes, that. Sorry, I just saw your picture. All right. So first things first, because y'all did do the strength thing. So apparently, Siona yelled for her horse after helping Thongrim pick up and lift and throw this damn block somewhere, and then ran off towards the door. All right. So that's what I've got right now. So, here's what we're going to do. Chris, Raz, is there anything that you want to throw in the mix before I adjudicate? I used an SAT word. All right. Multiple things have happened here. And Corin, I have not forgotten that you're about to do something as well. But I'm going to say whatever. Let's go ahead and say this. Tell me what you're about to do.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I've got the rope. I've tied it off around me with not a lot of slack. I've cast Mage Hand. I have Mage Hand over top of the rod. What I'm going to do is I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. Click the rod and get it up as far as I can, as fast as I can, and click it again before I fall too far.
Man, that's some Acme style shit right there. Okay. All right. 1 second. So you're going to try to click it. You're going to fall. You're going to throw, and you're going to have
Mage Hand's around it. And it's going to move it, move it up with my throw and click it again a few feet up in the air.
Okay. All right. I got to think on some things real quick. So y'all, I don't think it's physically possible either, but I'm not going to tell him no.
It's not. It's everything. I've got a magical hand that's got a hold of it. I don't have to be able to throw it.
I'm assuming, exactly what Chris is saying. This is like magical Ninja Warrior salmon ladder style shit in the middle of thin air. I love the concept, though. Let me think on this because I've got to do several things real quick. So talk amongst yourselves. All right. So
the worst that happens is I fall down some. And I'm further away than I was.
I'm trying to figure out what the difficulty check on this would be, and I'm going to call it an acrobatics one. I don't think it's any less than a 20. So let's give it a whirl and see what happens.
You know what? Okay, I'll see.
Stranger things have happened.
Bam.
All right, so you've managed to make it 3 feet.
All right. Well, that puts me, 9 feet from the wall?
Well, let's see how much you fell, because you would have fallen while you were gone. So all right. So based on this...
There's enough slack so the rope, it can go up.
Yes.
So he broke his back?
I can take a D6 falling damage. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to say on this one, you fell a couple of feet, but you managed to... So we're going to say you netted a 1 foot gain on this particular one. So would you care to try your luck a second time?
Yes, but now that I'm slightly higher and I can brace myself on the wall, I have an even better idea. I'm gonna do the same thing, except this time, instead of me clicking the button, I'm going to jump up in the air while Mage Hand clicks it and pulls it up.
Okay, well here's where it's getting hairy, because I'm letting you do the first one while everything else is happening. So,
I'm sure they're down there standing agape of what I'm doing.
No, because they got something else to deal with. All right, so while you were doing that heroic action, down on the ground, I see Eldon and Raziel staring at you going, this is some crazy shit. Meanwhile, Thongrim and Siona had managed to throw this rock down so they could examine what's happening to these human remains there. But the moment that they threw this thing, Siona bolted, yelling for Dazzle, and bolted for the door. As they did this, they uncovered this gigantic two-headed snake that was hiding in this rubble. And it reaches out and...
See, I saw the snake. I ran away.
It snaps at Siona.
I knew there was something in here eating those damn baboons.
So, all of this is happening now, and let's see what happens. All right, so as it's running, Siona's running towards the door. It reaches out, and this snake snaps out at her, and obviously misses. And that's going to bring us into initiative order.
We're not seeing rolls.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that would be...
But I'll take your word for it.
It was a 12. I'll be honest about it. But this is what happened.
Her AC so high, everything's a miss anyways.
Yeah. All right. So that takes us into the initiative. Songram, I'll move you back.
So where's the hole that he's climbing up?
Yeah, am I actually in the right spot for this hole?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll get you. I'll get you.
Siona is terrified of snakes.
Apparently.
Don't project.
She rolled a 1 initiative and ran away as we discovered the snake. That is now part of her character sheet. She is deathly afraid of snakes.
Maybe I was just moving away, so it did not attack me.
Maybe you rolled a critical 1.
Yeah, I'm going to say I like that plan because you saw this snake and you ran away like a little scared person.
Screaming, Dazzle, save me.
Dazzle, save me.
Screw you guys.
Okay.
I'll show you scared of snake.
Uh-oh.
Asterisk, deathly afraid of snakes.
Title of your
As
sex
someone
tape.
who is deathly afraid of snakes, it's not funny.
I'm going to say somewhere in there was a title of your sex tape. I'm just going with that. But anyway.
I think it was the where exactly is this hole I'm supposed to be in?
Or deathly afraid of snakes. Yes. Okay. So we are here. And make sure I get everything. Because we also got some other stuff here. One more second.
So-
Corin, you're on deck.
Is Corin in the right spot now?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so
But he's also 36 feet in the air.
I mean, I would have positioned underneath him while
Yeah.
I was doing.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, get in position wherever you think you would be.
Which?
Hold the Alt key.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's as soon as I try and move again, it's going to switch off anyway. So I'm going to be like,
Well, if you just move vertically like I'm doing, it's way easier.
yeah. I'm just going to do there. Raz? Where did the dancing lights go during all this?
I mean, there'd be one kind of with me, and then the other ones that have been down surrounding me.
Alright.
That middle one's up with me, though. Not that I really need it in this daylight, but...
But where was your starting position, Raz? That was what we were trying to resolve before we get into the actions. Got it.
All right. So, Corin, last I heard you were yelling panic.
Me yelling panic?
I thought that's...
No, I was just trying to, get my way up to the hole, but then I heard
Thongrim.
Siona screaming bloody murder.
Yeah, I'm
And
sorry.
Quit
Thongrim.
putting screams in my mouth.
Thongrim yelled in panic. It's a snake! It's a snake! It's a snake! Yeah, we're having some. I think we're having some minor problems with Chris's mic. So, Corin, what you doing hanging up there all about your lonesome? 36 feet in the air.
Well, having seen all this, I'm going to just kind of squat down on that thing, sit down, whatever I gotta do, pull the short bow out, and I guess take a shot.
All right. Baboon, 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 baboon.
And my precarious balance means I do not hit anything.
Yes, but the question is, does your shot go wild and hit Thongrum instead.
I don't know, does it?
Let's see, shall we? Call high or low.
Hi.
Thongrum was correct. It was a high. So you end up nicking Thongrum with your arrow there for, we're going to say, 1d4. So,
Sorry.
1 damage to you, kind sir, with an errant arrow.
And then with my bonus action, I will just move one of these lights over, or 2 of them over, to better illuminate the snake.
All right. So you're hanging out up there?
Yeah, I'm done.
The monkeys have can you please yell that out? Because I'd love to hear what that sounds like.
Oh, look out! The monkeys have crossbows!
Raz, you are up.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't have seen the shot, so, you know, I got throw a rock at me, so I guess I'm just going to assume monkeys now have crossbows.
That's funny. Okay, Eldritch Blast, that is going to be a hit. 14 hits the snake for 9 damage. That is also a hit. All right. Thongrum, you are up. Eldon, you are on deck.
Wait, wasn't there... You rolled someone between us.
Yes, I did. And you shouldn't have seen that. But I did.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I just make sure you didn't skip it.
I didn't. Good catch.
All right. I don't like snakes.
The snake clearly doesn't like you either.
I'm very angry that I just got shot with a crossbow bolt by a monkey, so I'm now enraged, and I will swing my axe at the snake.
All right. And those are both hits.
+2. +2.
9 plus 16 is 25.
And then I will move this way, just so I can kind of see from my... I don't know. The snake is probably moving around, and I would have swung him, so now I'm kind of just trying to keep a snake on his toes. Even though snakes don't have toes.
All right.
Done.
Eldon.
What's all this commotion? Snake? Call down the sacred light flame on the snake.
All right. 1 second. That's going to be
And this is the whole room is difficult terrain, just where we see rocks on the map.
the whole room.
Okay.
So he gets hit with 12.
It's 12 radiant damage.
The snake is definitely bloodied, and he's looking in bad shape.
I'm gonna just, I guess, move a little closer, and a little back. I think I can go that far.
Yeah, I think you're down to 10 feet. Well, that would be 5 feet from that movement, corner to corner.
Right, yeah, corner to corner. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know how to bag like with the arrow keys. So yeah, I'll be there. And that's it.
Okay. So, the snake... Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to look over at my staff and kind of like bonus action, turn it into a snake.
That'll make the baboons happy.
Yep. So, the amphisbaena turns around and it's going to first attempt to constrict Thongrum. So, athletics, DC 16, please. All right, so Thongrum is grappled. He is also attacked for 6 because of half damage. And then the snake is going to turn around with his other head and attempt to chomp down on Thongrum. That's 19.
Hit.
It's going to be 4 piercing. And then let's see here. He is grappled, he is restrained, so your attacks will be at disadvantage on the next turn. And he is going to attempt to move. We've realized you can move with somebody constrained, right? That's what we've done. We don't do it very often, but that's what we do.
I imagine it's probably a smaller movement set, but...
Yeah, I mean, I was going to do it at half speed, so I was going to say he's going to move 15 feet down this way. And that is his turn. Siona, you are up, Mrs. Scared of Snakes.
I will. I will move closer.
Okay.
Hang on.
Corin, you're on deck.
I'm going to try to throw a javelin at it. At disadvantage.
And that is a miss.
Then I'll just stay here.
All right. Corin, you are up.
Do I get 2 throws, or do I only get 2 attacks with a melee?
That's 2 attacks with anything.
Yeah, that's 2 attacks.
Well, I'll throw another one. Sorry.
Yeah. That is also a miss.
All right. Well, I'm just going to do the same thing, and again, try to short bow.
That, however, is a hit.
For 16 piercing damage.
So, Corin, how would you like to do that?
I want to... Well, what is the funniest way I kill a snake that's wrapped around someone?
Right between the 2 heads.
Yeah, it is a double-headed snake. Okay, it's a double-headed snake. That's what I'm doing. I want to have it when it's, rearing its mouth out at Thongrum. I want to pierce it through one head and have it come out the other head. And then those heads just kind of fall on Thongrum's face.
That's pleasant. Thongrum, how do you react to that?
gross. That's so gross.
All right. So, as the snake falls over and limply falls on top of, just gently cradling both its heads directly down on Thongram's face, you hear the excited chatter and woofs and offs of the baboons above you as 4 of them leap down into the chamber with you.
Don't they have to pass by Corin?
They do.
30 foot.
I don't know if that means anything. I just...
I mean, one of them is holding back, looking directly at Corin, but that's... and no comments on the choice of tokens? I thought for certain.
Yeah, I saw that. I was waiting.
They just took a 30-foot drop.
Yeah.
30,
40, almost 40.
40
Yeah.
foot drop without damage.
I didn't say they didn't take damage.
So they're all dead.
They've all come down, and they are, not necessarily unscathed.
Find out they used handholds the whole way down. And
Yes, as they're jumping down.
how to get out.
I'm not sure what their plan to leave is, but they're dumb baboons.
They ain't smart. All right, so, Corin, I think we were in the middle of your move.
I'm done.
1 second.
Guess I could move some lights around.
All right. 1 second, Raz, you are on deck. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Raz.
Is this difficult terrain?
It is. Yeah, that's about right. I'm assuming you're here. Can't wait to be off this map where everything aligns properly. Okay. All right, so I assume that's the end of your turn with the held attack? Yep, all right. So this baboon, as it was jumping down, the intent was it to attack Corin on its way. And it was going to attempt to bite you or pummel you on the way down. And of course you didn't see this because I've got the damn toggle on, but it was a 19 on the bite.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah.
Wait, which one were you? I'm seeing. Are you? You
only see the one, but I rolled another one because it was.
I'm talking about the roll. I'm talking about which.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's the one.
The one next to me.
Yep, that one. Sorry.
Got it.
Sorry about that. Okay, so it's gonna hit the 19. How the hell did that happen?
All right. Well, I'm hurt, guys.
Yeah. So be it.
1d4 minus 1.
Yeah, that will do it. He hits you. Does that do anything to you while you're on the thing? I mean, I suppose you're still just kind of hanging there.
Yeah, I'm curious. That's even a vowel. I thought 1 was always the minimum damage.
That's what I was wondering. What the hell is a... I'm going to say, I could have swore 1 was a minimum val.
No. With a penalty, it is possible to do 0 damage.
All right, then. 0 it is.
So then if the penalty is -2, then it's actually possible to give health.
You cannot use your healing shiv to bring people back alive because your strength is with. It does say it cannot be negative.
Yes. All right, Thongrim, you are up. Oh yeah. Wait. Eldritch Blast. Yes, you were correct. Thank you. Yes, those are both hits. And he dead. He dead. Did you want to space out those Eldritch Blasts? All right. Fair enough. Okay, Thongrim, you up.
So do I still have to roll a DC to get out of the snake?
I would assume you can. It's no longer a struggle, so you can just kind of move at difficult terrain.
All right. I will. Let's see. So 35 is going to be 15.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't. This is slightly misaligned.
No, there's no slightly to it.
Um.
You want to go there?
Oh, how do you do that?
Hold Alt.
Yeah, hold the Alt key when you drop your character.
Okay, I'm going to swing at the left monkey first, and then I'll swing at the right monkey. I'll just kind of whirlwind. We are.
All right. Left monkey says bring it, and you have brought it to both of them.
It still would be +2 on both because it hasn't been a continuation.
So explain to us how you have dismembered these baboons.
I'm going to run up and just swing wildly in a whirlwind and just chop 2 monkey heads off.
All right. All right. Cool. So more dead monkey corpses are littering the floor, which you hear from above as more baboons are gathering around the hole up there. They're angry. Eldon, you were up.
Yeah, I was facing one of the ones that Thongrim just beheaded, so I turned and I cast the Sacred Flame on the remaining one down here.
Oops, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing.
We didn't see it.
I clicked through the initiative.
Oh.
Oh, he dropped me to the bottom. That's fine. So the remaining one has to save, dexterity save.
And it's dead.
Yeah. How would you care to toast this monkey?
As I wheel around, I pull the flame down on him, and I hold the snake up towards the guys up in the up there screaming. It says, "Come on down!"
You are met with the response of many more baboons that are not necessarily fighting and clamoring to get down in the hole, but they are staring down at you. It's not necessarily a Planet of the Apes style moment, but they are still up there and they are rather angry. So, Siona, that brings us to you and the bottom of the round.
Is everything dead?
Everything is dead down on the ground. So, for at the moment, we will say we are out of initiative. But we still have Corin up there, and we have what appears to be more baboons kind of gathering around at the top. But they seem to be, at bay right now, seeing as what has just happened to the four, what, might say that the not the cavalry, but the scouting party, what you guys just did to just completely dismantle them. So, what do you want to do?
Oh. Sorry. I want to move back to the door.
All right, so you're staring down the door that has this what does it have on it? Some sort of bronze. It's a double set of bronze doors, and there's a jade plaque on there that depicts a two-headed serpent with its second head where its tail should be.
So there's another snake on the door?
Well, yeah. Well, it's on the door. It's depicting.
I know, but it's a snake on the door.
Yes, snake on the
and
door.
You guys just decided that I don't like snakes, so I guess I'll go over here.
It's up to you if you don't like snakes. I mean, if you love snakes, that's fine.
It could be only real snakes. You might not be scared of pictures of snakes.
I mean, you know,
but I could interpret that as meaning, hey, open this door and there's a snake.
Well, I'm not a big fan of pictures of spiders. They're almost as bad as real ones.
All right, so Raz is going to hang out over there at the door. He's going to roll a perception check for us. He's going to see that this is just another run-of-the-mill door that's much like everything here. No traps, doesn't appear to be locked. It's
no noises.
No noises. No farts. No burps. No nothing.
Can we crack it? We just want to crack the door. Is everybody okay with me cracking the door?
Oh, I'm safe up here. Go for it.
Crack the door. Now, Corin thinks he's safe, but he's only like 12 feet away from a whole pack of baboons.
Oh, yeah, those baboons, they're dangerous.
Well, just wait until I throw like 15 of them at you.
I'm pretty sure I'm faster than they are.
Okay, so...
Oh, yeah, search those remains, Thon Grimator.
Okay. And we're getting close to the time where we're going to do a check. So first things first, let's talk about the loot that we find here. There's on one of them is a pouch tied to the waist, and inside of it is 40 electrum pieces. The other one has a brooch of bronze and green quartz in the shape of a lizard. There is also a copper dagger in the boots of one of them, stuck in the left boot of one figure. There's a scroll case in one of their knapsacks, and finally, you see this crystal sphere that has been cracked, and it cracked open, but it was made of polished quartz. It's about 3 inches in diameter. In the scroll case appears to be a map. looks like of the territory in which, you see these ruins, something that looks like ruins marked clearly on that map. Okay, and so Siona has cracked open the door. Revealing a corridor that kind of jogs back towards the west.
Like you're going to the beholder room.
So, that said, it is 9:20 Central, 10:20 Eastern. That's our standard time check. How are we doing?
Yeah.
Personally, I think I'm about to have to call it because I think I'm being tapped for kid duty here.
Then that's probably a good reason to call it. Especially because even though we say we were going to play till 9:30, whenever we stop, we talk for like 15, 20 more minutes anyways.
Yes. I will type all that stuff out.
Right, add them to the bag of holding.
Either way, you want me to just add them straight to the stash?
Yeah, because it says Thongrim was grabbing all.
I hope one's not that movable rod.
All right. I'm still curious to see what Corin's going to do. So
We're just going to leave him here.
Can do what I'm doing. I can do what I'm doing.
I think we're all going through the door, and we're just going to leave him to figure it out.
Have fun with them monkeys.
I just want to peek around that corner and see where it really goes.
All right.
But they can wait.
You let me know. Do you want the tension to hang on for another week, or do you want to see what's coming?
I don't do good with cliffhangers. Can I just peek around the corner?
You can.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
She has peeked around the corner. All right, fine. We're
going to watch 2 shows tonight, 7 hours later, because every episode's a cliffhanger.
All right.
So you'll be waiting till the end of Game of Thrones, till all of Game of Thrones is played, and then you'll watch them all at once, or will you be able to watch?
That is what we used to do.
No, well, we've been watching them in real time lately.
We did, but when we first started watching them, we were watching them all at once.
But that show's also terrible now, so.
Okay, so you peer.
I don't think it's terrible.
Down another one of the longest hallways ever, and you see what appears to be some hash marks leading towards the east. What could these hash marks possibly be? I don't know.
There's a mirror at the end of that hallway that she can see back on.
There's totally a mirror.
What she doesn't know is it takes us up to the first floor, the first underground floor of this
and
room.
There's a whole other floor.
Those are only 15 feet high steps.
You get all the way to the end and round the corner and find out that's just a mural of stairs.
Oh, God, it's like you know what's happening. So, there you go. You have found something. Maybe.
Found another hallway, guys.
It's going to be hard to believe, but there is yet another hallway down here. I love it. Okay, y'all did good. I'm so proud of you. I had a lot of fun tonight. This was good. So, and really, it's all about how I feel about things. So now we've learned a little bit more about Siona as a character. She loves snakes. She would love to have one as a pet boa constrictor, probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, loves it. And Thongrim also appears to love snakes. So y'all have an affinity for trees. That's great. All right. So on the next session, I know that Chris is a question mark. Corin is still hanging out in the air, and it looks like everybody's planning on leaving him behind, which I think is funny. There are a bunch of baboons sitting there trying to figure out what they're going to do with you guys. And, So there you go. But the good news is, as you open those doors and look down that long corridor, Siona notices one very key point. There doesn't appear to be any gas.
Is there light?
Well, there's still about the same amount of light as there's been everywhere else, so no. But, but there is no gas, so fire may actually work now.
Hint, hint.
It may not. I was just saying. Shit, I'm not like really telegraphing anything. You assume that I've read past the stairs. It very well could be just a big gigantic mural up there that says, "Guess what? You need to find a gnome."